Feel the power of you controlling your breathing right now. Feel the power of you enjoying your greatest gift right now. That's you. That's your presence. That's your greatest power. Your power to determine to stay in the present, in the now, and be your true great being that you are. No matter what. In this present moment, everything is here you need right now. So let's see ourselves today doing the best we can. Gym of life. Here we are again. Controlling our minds. Controlling our breathing. One great thought at a time. One great breath at a time. So see yourself doing your best on all the exercises we do today together, here and now. That's your determination, your greatest power, power that's the same in you and every human being on the planet. Good morning, determination. How's everyone doing today? What a day again. Great day. Here we are. May not like exactly all the conditions that are going on right now, but we are here right now together, working on our minds and working on our bodies. So here we go. When I say go, we're going to start doing our best jog on the spot, or you can go back and forth if you want to just walk. Remember to keep in mind the safety of the space you are working with. Always keep that in mind. Here we go. When I say go, we're going to do our best jog ever. But you got to see it in your mind first. That's where everything begins, in your mind. But to be your true great self, You also sometimes have to get out of your mind just to be you. Just to be. Here we go. Jogging on the spot. Again, feel the control of you. Breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. You always have that power to determine, to take control of your breathing, your mind, and your body. That's what keeps us here and now, in the present. The greatest gift we all have always. Almost there. Keep going. Determination. Keep going. All right. And let's walk it out. Back and forth. Or just walk on the spot if that's all the space you have. All right, everyone. Let's start off with our shoulder rolls. Here we go. 10 shoulder rolls forward. So the power of all of us right now, watching this, working together on one thing. No matter what's going on, we can stay in the present, right here, right now. And backwards. Let's do arm circles forward. Here we go, arm circles forward. 10 forward, then we'll go 10 backwards. Then feel the power of you enjoying moving your body, being free to move through space. And backwards. Okay, here we go. Now let's do hands on our hips, bend your knees, and side stretch. All right, and let's twist our body now. So 5 on each side. Keep your feet flat on the floor. All right, excellent. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups together. Our best 5 push-ups. Here we go. If you gotta keep your knees down on the ground, that's fine. Just do the best you can. All right, let's do 5 sit-ups. All right, and standing up. And let's do 5 squats. Our best 5 squats ever. Excellent. Let's do lunges. 3 on each side. Arms up. Excellent. All right. And 10-second plank. Bring these knees off the ground. Hold it there for 10. Good work, everyone, and stand up and reach for the sky or the ceiling on your toes, depending on where you are. Feel the joy of reaching. If you lose your balance, get back up again. Never give up, no matter what. All right, now let's reach for our toes, straight knees. Again, feel the joy of the process of you reaching. Trying to go a little bit further than last time without hurting yourself. You know the truth about you and how much you can do right here, right now. Okay, and come on up again. Let's balance. Grab one leg. Find that balance. Again, if you have to imagine yourself with roots underneath your feet that are growing through the ground fully, deep into the earth, do that. If that helps you. And switch. Notice the power of all of us right now. Controlling our minds, to control our bodies, to control our breathing, and to control our balance. Alright, and now let's hug our knee. Here we go. Bend the other one if you have to. Find that balance point and pull the knee up. Hug your knee, give it a good hug. And switch to the other one. Feel the joy of you finding your balance in this moment right now. It's the same way you can do it in anything in life. Alright, okay, and let's sit down.
Do 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 do
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you sexed and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch.
غير ذلك بأن خطة الدفاعية با ميسي يسجل.
Here's Messi. Alves again. Appeals for offside, not given. Messi! Wow.
Good morning, everybody. Want us to look at ourselves today in a different way. And from here on in, I want us to think of ourselves each and every moment as being the CEO of our own lives. So you are the chief executive officer of your life. Your life is your business. It is your brand. It is you. It is the truest and most deepest and greatest part of you. So how do we go on this path together from going from mind power to mind wealth? And that mind wealth can create that freedom and happiness that we desire in any form. We look at every decision as a CEO's decision. So every decision you make, your job is to respond to the positive thoughts, to fill your mind up with as much positive energy as possible, because positive equals profits. That's the way I want you to look at it. Negative responses equal losses. Have a great day, everybody.
When you're so obsessed with your goal or outcome, the neediness becomes desperation, and it somehow suppresses your ability to perform. So in the moment of execution, you have to let go and separate from your outcome and be present, because when you're obsessed with making the putt, you've now fast forwarded 2 to 3 seconds from now from when you do or don't make it. And what your mind does is, what are people going to think if I miss it? If I make it, I get all this other stuff. If I miss it, I get... And now you're actually living in the aftermath of the moment, so addicted to the outcome, and not in the present moment. And we always execute sales, relationships, putting, whatever it might be, in the moment of being present.
The real goals you're looking for are mastery in a skill and presence of mind. A lot of people, their goals are like a bunch of things on a chessboard. But if you don't know what success is on a chessboard, you're just going to move these little pieces around. There is no strategy, there's no goals, there's just like movement. What's the difference between a high achiever and a high performer? High achievers, they're weapons. A weapon who gets things done, achieves goals, makes things happen, completes tasks. If it's just the goal, the task, the protocol, the thing, you're playing and you might be good at it. That's busy work. But the difference is life's work. A warrior is an embodiment. It's a personality, it's an identity. Good dads cook meals. Okay, that's good, but you're like, I'm a father, and I'm going to be a great father for this child because I love this child. A warrior spirit is embodied, there's an identity. A lot of people have goals, but they've lost the higher ideal, vision, identity, sense of being. Listen to this, there's a reason for the fight.
Hey, it's Ed Milet. Let me share something powerful with you. You know, in uncertain times, the smartest people I know protect what they've built. That's why Advantage Gold is a part of our program now. And what I love about what they're doing is they're giving away a free gold and silver investor kit that walks you through exactly how to get started. Text WIN to 85545 to get your free kit. That's WIN to 85545. Don't wait for the next crash. Be the one who's ready. Protect, prepare, and prosper. Message and data rates may apply. Performance varies. Always consult your financial and tax professional. Welcome back to the show, everybody. So, as I am joined every single month by this brilliant man, the man who wrote High Performance Habits, the man who is the mentor to all the mentors you know on social media that's in the personal development space, and your favorite episodes, I find, for most of you every single month, are with the man who wrote High Performance Habits and a bunch of other best-selling books, but he just lays out his brilliant content once a month here on the Ed Milet Show. One of my literal best friends in the world, and I can tell you the last 5 years of my life, the person who's come into it I'm the most grateful for, Brendon Burchard. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Wow, brother, thank you so much. I love doing these with you.
I love it. So does the audience. And so, guys, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be the best 30 minutes you've ever spent, I hope.
It will be awesome. I want to brag on you real fast because I know it's your show. No one needs to hear this except Ed and I just did an event together for Growth Day in Austin, Texas. And his ability to read an audience and to kind of size up the energy that they have and that they need is so above level. And I say this because every time I'm on, you compliment me as a speaker or as a coach. And I got to be with you and watch you do it across 2 days. And I don't think if you're a podcast listener or YouTube watcher, it's hard to know what he does in front of these audiences. So I just hope someday you get to be out there and in the crowd or on the stage with him like I was. It's just an unbelievable thing to watch. So thank you, brother. That was amazing.
Bro, we got to do the podcast on this. So we're going to do that next. But you said this, and by the way, this is not in our plan, just so you know, but that Growth Day event was incredible. And especially the Sunday portion we did with the Ultra members. If people want to find out about Ultra, do you remember the link? Because I don't remember it.
Yes, ultra.vip. And we spent an extra day with just this small group, me and Ed, and it was really a magical experience because you shared some personal things and some coaching experience, vice versa. We also talked about our families and our experiences with the audience, and then we took Q&A from them. And it was a very heavy QA. You mastered that. That was a really incredible watch.
Is it ultra.vip.com or just ultra.vip?
Just ultra.vip. It's that VIP.
Okay. That shows you what I know, guys. Okay, so there you go. We were talking about this nuance that's never discussed in personal development and performance that I think both of us have a great understanding from, partially because of the influence Wayne Dyer had on our lives, and we both shared that. But I want you to talk about attachment. So goal setting is so important, and it's if you great topics in personal growth or self-help or business. Goal setting is one of those major topics, but it can get overcooked sometimes. There's nuance that we're going to discuss today. Brendon, start out with about having a goal, but not being so obsessed with being attached to an outcome that it somehow suppresses your ability to perform.
Right. Because most people, when they have a high ambition or a big vision or a very specific goal, they're striving for over and over day after day, they end up increasing their need for it. And now they're like, I have a need for it. And it takes them out of their own energy into almost an addictive energy or an obsessive energy that ends up depleting their presence. And like sports athletes we all work with, it's like, hey, when they lose presence, they lose games. If they're trying to figure out that next play, something is interrupted, and they can't pivot or adapt. They can't be present in the next play, in the next huddle, in the next moment. Then they always lose. Or if they do, and they develop such a bad habit, when the big stakes are there, when there's real pressure, they put more pressure on themselves. And so everything is about getting people very excited about ambition, very clear about what it is. But the real outcomes and the real goals you're looking for are mastery in a skill and presence of mind. Practice. Develop the mastery so it becomes almost automatic, natural. You're fully capable. And then presence of mind, just be in that moment. Be in what we call the way, a part of the way, in presence with that. When you can do that, then you'll start winning. If you overly control, because you need an outcome, it's like dating somebody who's needy. No one wants to date somebody who's needy. You want to date somebody who can be playful, who's there in the moment, but they're not needy. And you can remember not to be needy about an outcome and be present with high skill, then you'll win.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I was thinking about it from a business standpoint with the relationship right? Like, you want somebody to love with you and their goals to someday be with you or make that work. You don't want to have this feeling like you're needing to have it happen. Because what happens is, especially like in sales or business too, when you're so obsessed with your goal or outcome, you become the need becomes desperation, and you reduce your frequency, and you actually place yourself under this person. And somehow now, when you're presenting to them, they kind of have that smirk on their face, like they know you need something. So there's a place of presence and confidence that comes with having a goal, but not being so obsessed with the outcome. These seem like interchangeable words, everybody, but they're truly not. I'll give you an example that I gave this day. When I work with golfers, for example, they have a goal to win a golf tournament. They have a goal to make a certain amount of money, a goal to be ranked in a certain place in the world. And that goal is very healthy. It causes them to do the extra reps of putting and hitting the ball, etc. You could transfer golf to any career. Having that goal is beautiful. But in the moment of execution, you must separate from your outcome. In the moment. Because here's what happens. If you're over putt, and you want to make that putt, say a professional with their buddies on a weekend, they got a 5-foot putt, they'll make 99 out of 100 of them. Right? Because there's not need, there's no desperation to it. Well, all of a sudden they get in the golf tournament, and it's Sunday, and if they make this putt, they win the golf tournament. All of a sudden now they're obsessed with the outcome that's attached to the goal, which the outcome is to make this putt. And the minute you're obsessed with making the putt, I really think this through, everybody. You're now not in the present moment. You're 1 second from now whether or not you make the putt. You're obsessed with that's the next moment of making it as opposed to just executing. So in the moment of execution, you have to let go and separate from your outcome and be present. Because when you're obsessed with making the putt, you've now fast forwarded 2 or 3 seconds from now when you do or don't make. And what your mind does is, what are people going to think if I miss it? What are they going to think if I miss it? What are they going to say? He choked away. Or what are they going to think if I make it? If I make it, I get all this other stuff. If I miss it, I get. And now you're actually living in the aftermath of the moment, so addicted to the outcome, and not in the present moment. We always execute sales, relationships, putting, whatever it might be, in the moment of being present. And so a perfect example of it was, there's a great golfer named Rory McIlroy who was time of recording this, just won the Masters. And Rory was coming off of, as you know, he had lost the U.S. Open last year. In a moment, he had a goal to win the U.S. Open, a major goal, everybody. And the moment on the 16th hole, he had a little putt that he made, I think they say 700 times in a row. But now he's so obsessed with the outcome of winning this golf tournament. He missed a putt that if he were present, he would make over and over again. Now 2 holes later, he's ruminating on the fact that he missed that putt. Now it's the 18th hole. If he makes this little putt, he probably wins the golf tournament. To win the U.S. Open, it's a dream. He's won it before, but it's a dream. And he missed it again. So what happened was he didn't separate outcome in the moment because he certainly has the ability to execute. You fast forward to this week, when we're recording this, you'll hear it afterwards. And he is leading the Masters. He's going to get a career Grand Slam. Imagine this. You don't have to follow golf. He'd be the 6th golfer in the history of the sport to win the career Grand Slam, which is all 4 majors. You're talking Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus here, Gary Player. You're talking about the best players ever. He's leading the tournament by 4 shots. There's about 5-6 holes to go. He has the easiest 120-yard shot he's ever given in his life. He makes this 10,000 times out of 10,000 of the green. And he fats it in the lake. And he double bogeys. Then he makes it to the 18th hole. If he makes this putt, all he's going to do is par the hole. If he makes this little 4 or 5 putt, he wins the Masters, the career Grand Slam. That's been his goal since he was 7 years old. But in the moment of execution, you have to separate from the outcome to achieve the goal. He did not. He missed the putt. So now he goes to a playoff. Now he's in the playoff, and he's made every mistake he could make to blow a golf tournament. And you know what he finally did? He said it in the post-fight interview. He goes, I just surrendered. I'm just going to execute. If I get the goal, I get the goal. I got that close. I get the goal. It's a perfect shot to 4 feet. Makes the putt now. He's not attached to the outcome that he should have made earlier, just an hour before. And he wins the Masters. The point that I'm making to you all is that's a long way of telling you is having goals is requisite to success.
And reach for our toes, straight knees. There we go. Feel the gift of you. Trying to be your best. The best you. Not your best compared to others. Just your best you. Alright, V-shape with your legs, and let's reach for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Again. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the reaching. We'll never get to an end. There is no end. Reach for one to the other side. 2 or 3. We gotta learn to love the process of everything we're doing. That's what will always keep us mind healthy, but more importantly, mind wealthy. And switch. Wealthy meaning that we choose courage, we choose determination over fear, over giving up. Okay, and let's bring our feet together and gently push our knees down with our elbows. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Always remember your breathing. And one leg forward, one leg back, go as far back as you can. Keep that knee down. Just feel the power, the joy of this moment right now. How we win, one moment at a time. And switch. We always win if we control our minds. Don't let our minds control us. That's not the way it's supposed to be. We are infinitely intelligent. We control our minds. Alright, and let's roll onto our bellies. Push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Or the sky, wherever you are. Ready? Here we go. Okay, and leg crossed again, back straight, eyes closed. Breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Feeling the joy in every breath. Now let's see in our mind today the vision we want to create for our best exercises. For me today, I'm going to see myself doing my best on each of the two songs I choose, one exercise each. So I'm going to see in my mind myself holding the lunge position for each leg as long as possible, hopefully for the duration of the first song. And then for the second song, I'm going to see myself holding a V sit up position as long as I can. But you don't have to choose those exercises. You may if you want. But you can see in your mind right now, whatever exercise you love doing, as long as you're doing it safely. You can dance, you can jump, you can do jumping jacks, lunges, squats, whatever your heart desires right now. As long as you stay safe. You know how to stay safe. You're made of rules, truth, principles that are designed to keep you safe, happy, successful, and free and peaceful all the time. It's a matter of want. You gotta want to be safe, healthy. You gotta want it so bad, as bad as you want it. Alright everybody, here I go. I'm best to hold the lunge position on each leg. What about you? What are you going to do? Whatever you do, remember, your happiness is dependent on you doing your best at whatever it is you're doing. So here we go. Sometimes I'll keep my arms out like this too. Sometimes I'll put them out this way. Sometimes I'll bring them up. Slowly bring it back down. Just enjoying the pleasure of my body. This is really my mind, my body, all at once. And I want it for you. I want you to know that the way you do this, the way you control your mind to do this, the way you can do anything. Remember, our body has limits that we have yet to discover. But our mind has limits. More importantly, you control your mind. It makes you infinitely that space between what you choose to do and that pain, discomfort, sense. You are too. Where do we start? We got more. Again, keep going. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going wherever you are until the song's over. Or if you got your own song on, keep going. I love your effort. I love your process right now.
Might think I'm crazy what I'm about to say. So such like you can't take away. I'm a hot air balloon and never go to space. With the air, like I don't care. Because I'm happy. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come rules talking this and that. Give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, I said. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, I said. I'm alone if you feel like a room without a roof. I'm alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. I'm alone if you know what happiness is to you. I'm alone if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, your love is too high. Bring me down, can't none. Bring me down, I said. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, clap along if you feel like that's what you want.
Yo, DJ.
Will be a Barcelona legend, won't he, Xavi? He's appreciated in his time, to be fair, but when he's retired. Here goes Messi. Oh, Messi picks his way through, and Messi. Well, here comes Montoya. Puts it back where Messi was lurking, edge of the penalty area. Oh, what a finish!
Looking for the second. Fantastic balance from Iniesta. Another big save from Decan, but he can't keep that one out. In from the wing. Messi makes his move. Messi's there. And you know what comes next in that sentence? Messi goal!
Hi again, everyone. We are on the final page of Sadhguru's wisdom and sharing his top 10 rules for success. And my favorite one, or one of my favorites, is number 10, which is always do your best. It's really simple. You hear it all the time, either from our parents, from family members, friends, teachers. Always do your best. It is not easy to do because in a moment when we've made a mistake, we tend to dwell on the fact that we experienced a sense of loss. Let's free ourselves from that by falling in love with the process of what we're trying to create. We're trying to create our best self. That is the business that is our responsibility. It's the business of living. So as we go on this path from going from mind power to mind wealth, let's be freed by the fact that we're all going to make lots of mistakes. But if we're doing our best each and every moment to learn from every decision, then we're already there. We're in that process. Have a great day, everybody.
But in the moments of execution, you separate and you just make the putt. You just make the call. You just do the meeting in the moment and you get back around to it. What would you add to that? Like you said, you learned some of this from Wayne. What was that version of it for you?
Well, I'll add something first, and I'll share what I learned from Wayne too. I would add just a phrase people can remember. Are you working the rhythm or are you worried about the result? That's the difference. When you're working a rhythm means you've got mastery, you've got skill, you've done practice after practice after practice. So now just work the rhythm. Just do it's almost natural now. All you do, work the rhythm. Just don't try to force things. That's what working the rhythm. It's like you're working the rhythm that you've already developed. So you already have a rhythm of play. You already have a rhythm of play that you've established over practice, competition. So now your rhythm is almost natural. And if you can stay in that natural element, that spirit of the thing, as the samurai used to talk about, you're in the spirit of the thing. So working the rhythm or worried about the result. And as soon as you know there's worry there, you're in need. So the way to tell, the mental trigger is, oh, I'm worried about something. Oh, that means you're in need. I don't want you to worry about the thing. I want you to work the practice, work the rhythm. And that will really help people when they're trying to figure out, like, am I, because everyone has an obsession. And sometimes they confuse their passion for obsession. And sometimes you're like confused of like result versus goal versus need. And so those two phrases will really help you. Work the rhythm. Don't worry about the result.
Wow, that is unbelievably good.
Yeah. What I saw from Wayne, and he did a European tour. I got to go along with him. And it happened to be a time in my life that was really hard. I had wrecked an ATV, racing some ATVs, and I snapped my wrist off, had dislocated my shoulder, broke my hip, broke a few ribs. I was in major pain. And I went on this trip to Europe because like, oh my God, I get to go with Wayne Dyer. I'm going, right?
Right.
And I just saw him go from space to space to space to space, so humble, so in the moment. You know, he's leading this big tour, but he's picking up his bags at the airport. He's riding the bus with everybody. He's eating eggs in the morning with everybody on the tour. You know, he's just gliding up to the front of the stage in these old historic churches to share and talk about spirituality. You know, there was no denomination there. He was just talking about spirituality, and his ease with life was so incredible. And for those who know Wayne's story or ever saw him on PBS or read his books, he also had this famous talk where he would guide the audience, Ed, you probably saw him do this. He would guide the audience in singing, row, row, row your boat.
Yeah.
And so you get everyone saying, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And his emphasis there, I'd never heard a man say, gently go forth.
Mm-hmm.
Walk lightly and softly with peace and ride with the stream of life. Where I grew up, it was like very like, get this thing done, you know, and it was very, that's good. You need that type A, you need that driven mentality, you need the passionate completionist that makes us all successful. And you need to learn to not stress yourself out. Yes. You need to learn to have magnanimity and equanimity, and you need to have that sense of peace as you progress. The real insight that most people ultimately get is they want peace and harmony with the drive and success. And you can have both. That's what we learned in high performance research.
If some of you that are listening that are younger or don't know, Wayne Dyer is one of what we just call the godfathers of personal development. He's one of the icons. If there's a Mount Rushmore, Wayne would be on it. And he was an influence both over Brendon and I. For me, you guys, as I've gone through my life, I am a major goal setter. I'm obsessed with, I want to be very clear on what I want. I know many of you are. And if you're not, that is step one. I mean, if you're not clear on what you want, and maybe equally important, the why behind it, the why, like who you're doing it for or what you're doing it for, that'll give you the juice and the drive to push through the adversity as it comes. Goal setting on its own is sort of an empty thing, but when you attach your reasons to it, big, fat, unbelievably emotional, compelling reasons, now you've got this thing that can push you past. As long as those reasons are bigger than your fear or the obstacle, you've got something. Having said that, like everything in life, you can take it to an extreme, and I did. And I put tremendous pressure on myself. And this is a metaphor for life. The last several years, Brendon and I talked about this at Ultra as well. I've surrendered so many things in my life to God. I've just surrendered. This is yours, God. And the way that I would say it to you that are believers, I think your goals are what will get you to plant the seeds in your life, to do all the preparation. But you have to surrender the harvest. And when you surrender the harvest to your higher power, in my case, Jesus Christ, when you surrender the harvest, now you've separated from outcome. And now you can be fully present with your family when you execute. You will be at your, if you want to speak a different language that I also believe in, you're at your highest vibrational frequency when you're the most present. And even if you're a second ahead in your thinking, you are not present in the moment, and you reduce your frequency, you reduce your flow state, you reduce your ability to execute under that moment. And ironically, your obsession with the outcome reduces the probability of you producing the goal. Isn't that crazy? And that's why conversations at this level that you're hearing right now are rarely ever recorded, because in personal development, it's bubblegum, it's rainbows, it's taglines, it's generalities, it's platitudes. And no one at the highest levels discusses the nuances that really create high performance habits and maxing out. And that's what we're talking about right now. This is the real stuff of goal setting and separating from outcome. Having said all of that, Brendon, I want to ask you a question about the goal part of it, because the outcome part of it, I think, is most people never even get to that point because they don't have a clear enough goal, a clear enough reason why. And for both you and I'll be honest with you, they're supposed to read your goals twice a day out loud. I have never really been proficient at doing that. Yet if you asked me in my life, what are 5 or 6 of the things I'm currently working on, which you ask me almost every time we talk, I can give you a specificity and clarity. For me, if I were to give people advice on their goals, is it's not specific. It's like, I'd like to lose weight. What the heck does that mean? Exactly how much, right? Specifics. I want to make a lot of money. How much and how and why? What would you say? What's an added kicker on the goal part that you would say?
Goals are not the game. Defining success is. Goals are sub-levels of a definition or objective of a broader success. You need to figure out it's like a lot of people, their goals are like a bunch of things on a chessboard. But if you don't know what success is on a chessboard, you're just going to move these little pieces around. There is no strategy. There's no goals. There's just like movement. And a lot of people, they're in movement. I say to people all the time, a lot of people, Ed, they have busy work, but they haven't found their life's work. And they spend a little bit more time to find their life's work, what their definition of success is, what the key contributions are, what the bigger picture is that they're after. It doesn't need to be a grandiose purpose. It just needs to be, I feel that I'm moving in this very meaningful direction. And this meaningful direction is going to lead me to these type of successes that mean something to me, whether it's family or it's faith or it's health or it's business. But I have a direction because I have a definition. Now, goals are like mileposts. That's all they are. Goals are the mileposts on the grander path. And a bunch of goals randomly strewn about on a mountain ain't going to get you to the top. And so it's very important. Like, it's a definition of success. It's a direction. Then the goals become things you're looking at because, like, oh, that's the next thing. Okay, that's going to help me get there, right? It's like they're key objectives. They're performance indicators. They're things along the path, but they're not the path. once you just
I've
start
been doing this, I would say something. You keep going. I've been doing this a long time. I never heard someone say that.
our educational system and probably our superficial learning has been always focused on such the micro, right? It's all the micro, and they're missing the direction, which is the macro, the bigger picture. It's like you get all the time, like, geez, Ed, I like your biceps. You know, what is it? Is it 5 grams of creatine or 10? And you're like, get in the gym, bro. Find an enjoyment and a hobby in working out. Like the athleticism is the success. It's not just the micro. We focus on the micro. How many milligrams of this? Or how many, it's like, but you're missing the entire direction. And that's where most people are. People feel lost, not because they're not doing things. I know so many people, their protocols are unbelievable. They're spectacular. They send them to me. People read High Performance Habits. They're like, oh, here's all of mine. And they have this huge list of habits and protocols and ideas and affirmations. They have all the things, like all the pieces of the chessboard, but they don't know how to win the game. And so your game is to be on path to a direction that matters to you. And you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. Some goals will be fulfilled. Some goals you're going to detour around. Like, that didn't happen to be the thing. You're still moving in the right direction, but that goal ended up not actually being the thing. You and I have both dumped goals before because we realized it wasn't on the right direction.
Yep.
And so I think goals are very important, but I think that they need to be thought of in context to a bigger play in life.
It's so good. I was thinking of that as you're talking. Now I'm flashing at people that have been in my life that I admire. And that is verbatim the definition of who they are. Some of them don't even have specific goals. They've got the direction they want to go and be. And then others of them do have very specific goals that they are almost like leading indicators they're on path.
Yes.
Next one for me is holding my V sit-up position. Even if I let go, I'm gonna get back up. So the full duration of the song. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it fully. Follow your heart and soul. Here we go. Keep going. You can get back up. Keep going and getting better all the time. Even if your body slows you down. Remember, those limits, we're always discovering them. Always. Sometimes I'll change my articulation just to keep my balance. Constantly push a little bit more. Go again. Still going. We got music in us. Bring out our music over here. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Keep going to find and be your true great self. Focus on your power of determination. No matter what. Destined to bring yourself up.
ready? I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Let's go!
We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Some days you'll feel like you're on top, but some days go down like a big old flood. But I know what to do when I'm feeling blue. I just gotta feel the groove. Don't care what others say. No one's gonna ruin my day. Put a smile on, don't be shy. Begin to dance, it's worth a try.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. We shake it off. Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way. Put your hands up in the air. When we dance, we don't care. Wave left, now right. Then turn around and one more time.
Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it off, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side. Shake it up, turn around. Don't let bad vibes get you down. Put your hands up, wave left to right. Then bring it all back to the other side.
Shake it off,
Turn around.
put your hands up, wave left to right. Turn it around. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Now turn around. We don't let no bad vibes get in our way.
It's about spirit, it's about the manager. Oh, that's a great ball.
And Messi scores. It was almost inevitable. Takes on Lel. Cuts it back, Messi! Barely had two consecutive touches. Oh, look at the move through the middle. And Messi goes away. It's Messi. And it's in. And Jordi Alba, it will come to Messi again. And it's still Messi. And that's the result. It's just relentless. Sanchez who came
Good morning, Believe Nation and Determination. Yesterday, we looked at you as being the CEO of your life, making decisions that will propel you towards your infinite mind wealth. Today, I want us to look at ourselves as player one in the ultimate game, the mind game. And how do we win the mind game? Because once we do, we can have anything we can ever dream of or desire. We have to realize we are a magnet. So you're in this game today and each and every day, you are a magnet. And you have the two greatest weapons. You have believe, you have determination. Those two things are weapons that you use to attract all positive things. So all positive thoughts. You do this over and over in the game, and eventually you will suffocate all the negative thought space that's in your mind and win the mind game. Have a great day, everybody.
And oftentimes, as I've changed where I want to be, that goal is no longer, I've audited myself. I said that goal is no longer part of where I want to go and what I want to be. I shouldn't do sports like I am so much today, but I was thinking of Tiger Woods when you were describing it, arguably the greatest golfer of this generation. He's known for being obsessed. And, Tiger's overall mission was he wanted to be the greatest golfer of all time and maybe break Jack Nicklaus's records, but he wasn't so massively obsessed with, I got to win 5 Masters, 3 U.S. He actually is famous for saying, I just want to put myself in a position on the back 9 on Sunday to have a chance to win. And if I put myself in that position enough times, and that's who I am. Listen, everybody, who I am is somebody who puts himself in a position to win more times than not. Things are going to work out. That is the great example of having some goals, but a surrender, knowing, because what happens when you miss one, if you're so addicted to it, and that's the end all be all? Does everything else collapse around you, which it does happen for a lot of people? I had this goal, it was to be at this, and I'm not, and then everything else has collapsed. And I have found as I've gotten older, if I could go back to the younger me, I'd say, Ed, you'd be happier and more productive if you were more obsessed with the state of being that you want than the state of just doing or getting. And so it's not that I don't think you should have things you want to do or get, but they are secondary to who you're being, becoming, and actually in the moment. I just really believe this. If you're really great at what you do, like you're just really great, pretty much by and large, great things start happening. But if it's all about your protocol, all about the things you want to hit as opposed to being, and by the way, state of being is being present in the moment. Like as a dad, I'm a better dad when I'm not doing dad things. I'm just being with them.
Yes.
I'm just being with them. Do I have a goal to be a great dad? Yes, but that sounds awfully odd. It's like, it's what you just said. It's like my overall direction in my life is I want a loving, beautiful family in every measurable way. I want joy and laughter and peace and faith in my home, right? So it's more that than it is some specific measurable in my life. Yeah. Support for today's show comes from Square, and I'm glad it did because they've supported us for a while here as well. Square is your all-in one business partner, making your day-to-day easier from point-of-sale systems and payments to inventory and customer tools. Square brings everything together in one simple platform so you can stay organized, sell anywhere, and keep things moving. One of the first things I noticed about Square was just how easy it is to use. Running a business involves a lot of moving parts, and Square helps simplify that entire process. So if you're running a cafe, a salon, a boutique, or something entirely on your own, Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace and even set up an online store in just a few clicks. So if you want to run an online business, there where you can go to get it set up. And right now, here's what's incredible. You got to check them out. Listeners get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/ed. That's SQUARE.com/go/ed. Visit Square to get started because the right tools make all the difference.
People ask me all the time, like, Brendon, what's the difference between a high achiever and a high performer? And for those who have read high performance habits or study my work, it's like what we discovered with high performers is they have long-term success, but they also maintain their health and positive relationships, meaning they achieve long-term success, but they don't wreck their health or relationships. That's the difference. But another way I've learned to say this is high achievers, they're weapons. They can go in, complete the thing, get the thing done, and they're very good at conscientiousness as a trait in following through, in completing things, paying attention to details. But there's a difference between a weapon who gets things done, achieves goals, makes things happen, completes tasks. There's a difference between a weapon and a warrior. See, Tiger Woods, no matter what you all think of him, he's a warrior. What he's battled through with his health, I don't know him personally. I know people who do, but he's battled through some extraordinary things. And a warrior is much more adaptive because they know the bigger war that they're playing. See, if it's just the goal, the task, the protocol, the thing, you're playing and you might be good at it. That's busy work. But the difference is life's work. A warrior is an embodiment. It's a personality. It's an identity, as you shared earlier. You don't want to just do like good dads cook meals. Okay, that's good. But you're like, I'm a father.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be a great father for this child because I love this child.
Mm-hmm.
Now, That's a different spirit. A warrior spirit is embodied. There's an identity, and there's a reason. Listen to this. There's a reason for the fight. There's a higher value or a higher ideal for the fight. A lot of people have goals, but they've lost a higher ideal, vision, identity, sense of being. The spirit is not there. The tasks and the achievement is there. There's no spirit in it. And so I hope people will also listen, Ed, when you say surrender, a lot of people get so hooked on that because they feel like if you're a very controlling, driven person, it feels scary to say the word surrender because it sounds like giving up. And I learned this phrase, and I apologize, it's not my phrase, I don't remember who said it. It's surrender is not about giving up. It's about giving more power to where it really belongs.
So good.
Isn't that good?
It's so good. So you're probably smart enough to know when something isn't working. And for me, when I'm off, even my cognitive function, I always kind of decide what's going on with my gut. So when there's things going on, like you can't focus at work, your stomach's bothering you, it feels like you've got kind of symptoms like that. Your gut impacts everything from your digestion to your brain function and your energy levels. So when your energy is draining, you got to ask yourself why. That's why I love Just Thrive Probiotic. Just Thrive is one of the only probiotics clinically designed to arrive in your gut 100% alive. Try Just Thrive Probiotic for 90 days and see how much better you feel. If you don't feel a difference, they'll refund every penny, even if the bottle's empty. You just pay for shipping. Start your 90-day free trial today at justthrivehealth.com and use promo code ED to save 20% on your first bottle. That's justthrivehealth.com, promo code ED. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. These statements and information are not a substitute for or an alternative to seeking care from your healthcare providers. I'll add a final thought here for you guys, and welcome to the nuance. By the way, if you want to, hear more of this stuff in person, you can go to ultra.vip, see us together. It's a really cool experience. Let me say something to everybody about what he just said and my thoughts on this as we conclude. I think this will help a lot of you. You have to be pliable and fluid and flexible. Having lived 54 years and however long you've lived, has anything actually gone in the exact direction in your life you've seen it going, like specifically every single time? Or does life happen? Life throws us variables and curveballs and bad bounces and setbacks and setups that you can't factor in. When you are so obsessed, you got a goal, and you become so fixated on the outcome, because part of that outcome is also, it's going to go the way you see it. And what happens is when you're that obsessed and life throws you flexibility and variables and bombs and tragedies and difficulties and out of left field, something comes in, you're ill-equipped to be pliable and flexible and pivot. And so having the goal is incredible, but surrendering from the outcome or even the way in which it's going to show up and look, the way in which it's going to happen, that's what the greats do. So that when they've got this outcome, this goal to win the tournament, but they know there's going to be a bad bounce in life. It's going to go a different way. The wind's going to blow a certain direction when you've hit the perfect shot and it didn't work out. You give the perfect presentation to the wrong company or person, and there's this setback. The client says yes, and then 3 days later changes their mind. The stock market takes a dip. Whatever it is in your life, somebody that you trusted does something where they hurt you. If you're so obsessed with the direction and the goal, that's why you get so derailed by setbacks or curveballs. Whereas the people that are heading, as he said, in a direction of being, in a direction they want to go, they're pliable, they're flexible, they can pivot, they can innovate, they can create, they can move around things. These are the people that end up being the happiest because they're not expecting everything to go in some sequential order exactly how they want, but they also build a resiliency, a relentlessness, a toughness, a mindset of, I will deal with these problems as they come, these challenges. They end up being the winner. And that's why this nuance, this is one of these things, like, to me, almost for the ages, because it's what we're doing right now is not discussed, but it's the real world. I've almost never had a specific goal that has not come with a grenade or two thrown my way.
Right.
And my ability to be more trending in a direction, to put myself in a position, or as you've said, the type of being I want to be, or where I'm headed and why, allows me to navigate these inevitable obstacles that come our way. And that's what surrender means. I'm surrendering to my higher power, but I'm also surrendering to not really know everything that's going to come my way, but I'm a believing in my ability and God's ability to bless me to get through those times to get to where I want to go. Not so obsessed with exactly the way I see it. Because here's what I bet. Even the person you're with in a relationship, if you're in love right now, 95% of you, they showed up in a package you didn't expect. They don't look exactly the way you pictured them looking when you were 15 with your dreams. God shows up and gives us some of the greatest gifts in our lives in packages we never expected them to look like or show up like. Some of you are in a career or doing something right now you never imagined you'd be doing when you were young or even many years ago. Be open to the magic of life. And when you get so addicted to your goal and your outcome, you suppress the magic in life. You rule it out. Leave a space in your life open for the unknown and embrace that unknown, the good, bad, and the ugly. That'll help you navigate towards your biggest outcomes by not being so attached. All right. This was good today, brother. Brendon, thank you. This is why we do this right here. Every time we do this, bro, we get
fired up, brother. Man, it was so good. Thank you so much.
It was good. Thank you, brother. God bless you, everybody. Share this episode. Max out. When you're
on our breathing. Back straight, eyes closed, legs crossed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power that you're using to control your breathing. Your connection to oneness, to what we all really are, to the truth. The ultimate truth. That you were born to win control over your mind. That when we all do that, we find out the truth of who we all really are. Infinitely intelligent beings, powerful beyond measure. The power of all knowing right here, right now, this moment. You're already made of all knowing of the universe. You're made of that same stuff. With that, you can always have and be your true, peaceful, happy, kind, loving self. No matter what. As you reflect back on your effort today, always remember that if you gave your best in whatever you were doing, you can do it now, and you can do it forever. That's what makes you a winner. Born to be happy, peaceful, to be mind healthy and wealthy, always. No matter what's going on outside your mind, no matter what anybody or anything suggests about you, any negativity, that's all a lie. Losses that we, as determination, we get to transform to win, into truth, into accuracy of who we really are. everybody in this universe. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy every moment. You're the greatest gift ever. Love you all so much. Take care.